Hello, hi. Well, sorry, I sound out of breath. Um, I haven't transported into a park or into some fancy garden somewhere. I literally am in my garden, and if you can tell by the noise, obviously, as I live in London, you're just gonna hear noises. Cause hey, we're in lockdown, and now the rules are relaxed. There's even more noises. There's more cars on the roads now, and my asthma was enjoying the lack of cars on the road. Um, but yes, my let's just say my asthma has noticed the pollution gone up back again for it. But hey, that's life. Um, but yes, I'm basically in the garden, as I said. Um, what do I get asked? These dumb questions I get. Um, that I wanted to rant about because it's just, I had to. Just things like getting asked, like dumb question number one is, oh, have you been out? Have I been out? I'm in the 12-week isolation. So like, where am I going? What am I doing? Like, I'm following the rules. I'm not going out. Plus, even if I was to go out, like, when would I go out without there being people around? Because it's so crowded everywhere, as my partner's told me. It's kind of like, it's not like I live in the countryside or live somewhere that's very quiet, that I could actually maybe possibly go out and be like, oh yeah. But no, that's not the case at all. Um, but yeah, like, oh, so have you ventured out? No, I've been following the rules. I haven't gone out. Literally, since March, I haven't gone out. And it's just weird because I obviously don't know the outside world right now. I don't know what it's like to go to the supermarket, be in these queues, have your distance from people. I still get care that comes around to do my physical care, personal care, and some chores around the home. But yeah, it's just it's different, and I kind of, for me, it's weird because when I see images of large groups of people at the beach, at the park, you're just like, wow, like, I'm here, like, staying indoors, and then it's like everyone else is just like, yeah, let's just do what we like. And then it kind of angers me, and I kind of feel like, especially as I suffer with not only physical conditions but also suffer with mental health illnesses. So for me, I'm kind of like, you really have to look after yourself and shelter yourself with certain things, because certain things are like, you think, oh my gosh, I would love to do that, I would love to be out there, but I wouldn't want to be in a crowd. I'm not a massive fan of crowds as it is. I know I live in London, but ignore it. Yeah, I'm odd, I know. You're like, well, you don't like crowds, but you live in London. Yeah, figure that one out. But yeah, it's just weird times, obviously, for everybody. But then I also feel like, oh well, they're doing this, they're doing that. And then for me, when I watch like a documentary, it was just a one-off documentary about the NHS and people working at the front line, and kind of like what they're having to go through, and how, you know, I can't even imagine what they're going through, and seeing what they're seeing on a daily basis, and just having, that, just that heaviness. And then on the other hand, you've got people that don't have their operations right now, who's not getting treatment right now, because we can't. Just, it's weird. It's weird times. Like, for me, for example, mine's minuscule to other people, but obviously for me, right now, technically, I would be having tests done. I'd be seeing consultants. I'll be having my usual appointments with my GP and all that. Thankfully, I do still have phone calls access, because that's, at least there's something like that. Because I'd be really stuck if I didn't have no GP at all. Like, I'd be like, what? Because there's certain things that I've had during the lockdown. I've been like really not feeling too good at certain times. Nothing to do with the virus, nothing to do with that. Other illnesses going on. But yeah, it's just crazy. And I think sometimes I feel like the ones that are self-isolating as well, I feel like sometimes we can be the forgotten ones, because we're here having to live this sheltered lifestyle, and then others are just like, let's just crowd everywhere, let's just do whatever we want. And that's like, wow, like, brilliant. So it's hard, it's difficult, and yeah, I just wanted to come on here and talk about that. Just some things that I'm sure there's more rants that I'll be having and talking about, but that was just kind of like the dumb question I get asked about, have you gone out? No, I'm high risk. And even if I wanted to go out, because where I'm situated and with my neighbours and stuff, there's a lot of people. So yeah, it's madness. Anyone else feeling angry? Anyone else feeling a bit about things? And I know obviously other people are following rules, like staying away from their partners who live long distance, and people breaking the rules of the long distance thing, and there's just a lot going on that's kind of linked with the lockdown and the rules and the not rules and whatever, that I wanted to just kind of talk about. There's more things that I want to rant about, but for now that's what I wanted to just talk about, is that, and just to kind of, so yeah. And it'd also be interesting when everyone like myself do go outside, what's it going to be like for us? I already suffer with anxiety as it is, so I wonder what it's going to be like to go out into a whole new world that we have no idea about. It's going to be mad. So anyway, that was my rant, and I'm sure there'll be many, many more, but thank you for listening. Peace.